Okay, Reddmage's top 5 hostels on the AT and some honorable mentions. Alright, here we go. Gonna keep this video a little bit shorter this time. In no particular order, I mean, they were all great hostels. Even some of the not so great hostels, you know, they're still providing a service. So by not being on this list, it's not like I thought less of you. I loved every hostel I stayed at. They were great, you know, to get out of the weather, to do laundry, to, you know, eat good food, hot food, town resupplies, all that good stuff. But these were the hostels I really liked, and I'll kind of explain some of the reasons why I really liked them. So in no particular order, I'm just going to go through them as I encountered them on the trail. Number 1, Hiker Hostel in Dahlonega. Great place, great place. I know it's actually kind of at the beginning of the trail, and Trey, Greg, and myself went backwards once we hit Neil Gap to stay there for a day. And Trey warned me, he's like, hey, don't think all hostels are like this. This is really the best one on the entire trail. And I was like, oh no, high expectations. But seriously, they got it going on there. They know what they're doing. Yeah, Dahlonega Hikers Hostel. If you're going to start the trail, you know, they can help you get out of Atlanta to the trailhead. So that's really a great one to be at. Second one, Uncle Johnny's in Irwin. Now, people seem to either love Uncle Johnny's or hate Uncle Johnny's. I loved it. Oh, also, for Hiker Hostel Dahlonega, if you want to see any of what it is, the footage of it is from my day 5, basically 5 through 8. I was, you know, getting there, then I recorded some there, and then usually the day after I was at a hostel, I would talk about it. So if you want any of my footage or information on Dahlonega, watch my videos 5 through 8, day 5 through 8. Okay, back to Uncle Johnny's. Number 2, Uncle Johnny's in Irwin. Stayed there 4-0. So I have footage of that place from days 37 to 39 video. Our Uncle Johnny's was very comfortable. I think that was the best night of sleep I got on the trail. You know, that night number 37. Slept so good. You know, it is right there off the trail. The trail comes down and you are literally a 2-lane road away from Uncle Johnny's. Cheapest Snickers you'll probably find on the entire AT. He sells them. He's been doing it for a while. He hiked the AT himself. He told me the story about how he got that property. Just a great place. The staff he has working there, man, they're a bunch of characters, but they're part of, you know, what makes that place so charming. Okay, number 3, Doe River Hiker Rest in Roan Mountain. I have video of that from day 41 to 43. Now, when you're coming up to the road, it'd be real easy to just walk down the road a couple tenths of a mile to get to Mountain Harbor. And that is most likely what I would have elected to do if I was going to stop at a hostel there. But we were traveling with Fjord and Trey at the time, and they had looked ahead to see different hostels and housing in Roan Mountain. So they found Doe River Hiker Rest. Now, this is only the 2nd year that they've been hosting hikers off the AT. So they were still building up and still setting up places, but it was solid. It was great. They drove out to pick up Fjord and Trey, and since I was slower, they brought them to go eat, came back later to get me once I came to the road, brought me back to the place, to the restaurant that wasn't open, but the guy there, David, like knows everybody in that town, so the restaurant wasn't open, but he called them and said, hey, we got some hikers coming in, open up your place, we make them some burgers. So that was amazing. Individual results may vary. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that every time, all the time, but that was amazing. He's set up on a nice little farm that has horses and dogs and goats. They make their own soap there. It is an amazing establishment, and they're just great people. You know, when you're hiking on the AT, you find all sorts of people. David, I think his last name was McGee, M-A-G-E-E. Yeah, David McGee. Great people. Definitely worth traveling a little bit farther off the trail to get to Doe River Hiker Rest. Okay. Number 4 on my list, Hikers Welcome Hostel in Glencliff. Now, you're coming towards the Whites. Next mile you do past the Glencliff, you're in the Whites. You're going up Moosalok. This was a great place to stop, and it had rained hard those days, and the next day it rained even harder. I took a 0 there. I have footage from days 150 to 152. Now, Pack Rat, hiker that now runs Hikers Welcome, they know what they're doing as well. They're building a whole new building, 2-story, I don't want to say a barn-like structure, but it is, a barn-like structure doesn't do it justice. It is amazing. Look at that footage. Brand new. It's had the new wood smell, like I walked into a lumber yard. But it is going to be great. The hikers that they can accommodate in the original building was like maybe 12 people in bunks on the second floor above the commons room. They're going to be able to house 36 people, something like that, if they start cramming them in there pretty tight in that new building. And the only drawback from the new building was there was no electricity, but they are going to get electricity out there eventually. They just had to run the cable. They had just finished building it this year. We're putting on the porch as I was walking up to them. Yeah, and if you have any questions about the Whites, like what can I reasonably expect, what's the terrain going to be like, you can ask those people there at Hikers Welcome. They know that area. It's their backyard. Just a great place to stop, and it's only a quarter or half mile, something like that, walk down the highway. So Hikers Welcome Hostel. Okay. Shaw's in Monson makes number 5 on my list. I can't say enough good things about Shaw's. They are, there's history in Shaw's, the people that have been running it now have been running it for the last few years. They're doing it right. I gotta kind of love Monson, all right? If I had a favorite town, it'd probably have been Monson on the trail, because of just everything you need is right there. Now it is 5-6 miles away from the trail to get there, but if you call them, give them enough warning, set up a time that you'll be at the road, they will shuttle you back and forth. And it did seem to be a pretty busy road while we were there, so most likely you could get a hitch into Monson. It's real hiker friendly up there. Everyone sees a hiker, they know that you have about another 115 miles to get to where you're going. through the 100-mile wilderness and through Baxter State Park, you know, they just want to help you get there. So the northern sections of the trail in Maine, yeah, everything's just hiker friendly up there. Shaw's from, you know, the accommodations, the town clothes. The town is seriously like 2 blocks away. You know, anything you need from Shaw's is 2 blocks away. Also, Shaw's has a wonderful pancake and eggs breakfast that they you sign up for the day before, so they know how many people are coming, and they'll get to cooking an amazing breakfast. All right, so 10 minutes into this video so far. I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I will throw in a couple honorable mentions because, like I said, the hostels were really great, really great. Stay at them, experience that part of the Appalachian Trail. Some other ones I need to talk about real fast. Mountain Meadows Lodge in Killington. The trail literally walks through the backyard of Mountain Meadows Lodge. So that is, the convenience factor is boom, it is right there. You do not have to travel off the trail to even get to the place. That's in days, I don't know if I said Shaw's days, 184 and 185 is the footage of Shaw's. All right, Mountain Meadows Lodge is days 141 to 143. I did take a 0 there because my feet were kind of messed up. Bears Den Hostel in the northern parts of Virginia, right before you get to West Virginia, days 85 to 86. Short of having no internet, Bears Den was really great. They sell you pizza and ice cream and soda real cheap. It's a great place to resupply, and because I mean they have everything you need there. Might not have everything, like if your tent busted or took a branch, but they have food and supplies for you there. They can do a full resupply. Bears Den Hostel, yeah, days 85 and 86. And then Four Pines out of Newport. That place is pretty solid. It's one of the, all right guy, you might want to change the gear on your bike there. Four Pines Hostel in Newport, Virginia, days 62 and 63. They have been around for a while. They know what they're doing. It's right there between basically it's between Dragon's Tooth and McAfee Knob. So if you're even just out to do a section, you know, and see some of those places, Four Pines would be a great spot to hop into. And it's just, you know, 0.3 up the road from the trail. So all right, those are my you know, top hostels for the trail. And this dude on a bike. All right, so yeah, I'll go ahead and get this video edited and buttoned up and start uploading it today. Catch y'all later.